Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we are going to make swirled pumpkin cheesecake bars. Yes, you heard me correctly. I had some pumpkin puree left over because I made a batch of gobs. Pumpkin gobs with cream cheese filling. They were good, they were fantastic. I ate 2 and I made 21 of those and gave the rest away. Yep, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Trying to lose a few pounds, so you can't have pumpkin gobs and lose weight at the same time. It doesn't work. And I know for a fact you can't have too many of these swirled pumpkin cheesecake bars either. So I will be making these and spreading the love everywhere else so that they can enjoy gaining the weight on their hips and I won't. So this is what you're going to need. For the graham cracker crust, you're going to need 3 cups graham cracker crumbs. Well, that is equivalent to about 2½ sleeves. And there is 8 crackers in each. So you're going to need about 20 graham crackers. Then just put them in a baggie, take a rolling pin, and you got yourself some crushed graham cracker crumbs. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar and 10 tablespoons of melted butter. Let's get started with that first before we take the next step. So go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees and go ahead and melt your butter. Line a 9x13 baking pan with parchment paper. So next, what we will do in a medium-sized bowl, we're going to combine the graham cracker crumbs, the sugar, and the melted butter until crumbly and press it into the prepared baking pan. Here are our 3 cups of graham cracker crumbs, our 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar, which is 1/4 cup, and 1/8 cup. So I'll mix that together. I'm going to mix that together first, and then I'll put the butter in. Okay, I think I got that good. So now I'm going to press it in to the 9x13 pan. Okay, make sure you press that down good. Get it even in the pan. For the pumpkin layer, in a medium bowl, whisk together all the ingredients. For this step, we're going to need 1 can, which is 15-ounce pumpkin puree and not the pumpkin pie mix. Well, all I have left from yesterday's recipe is 14 ounces, which will be close enough. 3/4 cup of heavy cream. I have heavy whipping cream in there that I used. 2 large eggs. 3/4 cup granulated sugar. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. And 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. I don't have that, so I'm going to use cinnamon. Combine 1 can, 15 ounces. Let's go ahead and add our 3/4 cup of heavy cream, our 2 large eggs, our 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. You'll need your 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice, and I am using cinnamon instead, and your 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I just about spilt that, knocked it over, not good. Okay, so let's whisk that together. I was eating the pumpkin gob batter, and my daughter said, "Mom, does that have eggs in there?" Yeah. I said, "I've been eating raw eggs and cookie batter and cake batter and all that for years. Nothing's ever happened, so I don't get too worried about it." But that is not recommending that you do that. Don't listen to me. If you're out there, don't do it. Don't be like Tanya. Or as you guys know me, don't be like Dee. So after we whisk all those ingredients, we're going to pour it on top of the graham cracker. Going to spread that around a little bit, get it evenly in the pan. We're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese, softened, 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk, so I'll get that prepared. 1/2 cup granulated sugar, I already have that, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, I'm going to get 1 egg yolk out of here. Get rid of the white. Usually it's the egg whites you need. You know, eggs are rather gross, if you really think about it. You have to wonder who thought, hey, you know what? Eggs look really good. Let's fry some up. Amazing who comes up with all this stuff. That is so disgusting. Sorry, folks. So for the cheesecake swirl, we're going to need in a medium bowl, beat all ingredients: cream cheese, egg yolk, sugar, and vanilla extract with an electric mixer on medium speed until well mixed. So we have an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, which I'm just going to cut it a little bit so it's not such a big chunk. Our 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk. And our 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. And our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, I think I got it about as smooth as it's going to get. Whoops. That took a few minutes. Now when we do this swirl, we do not want to disturb the graham cracker crust, so do not go very deep when you're doing the swirl. Okay, so let's get a knife, do it very gently. You'll be able to tell where this graham cracker is. I don't think I'm going to have a swirl. That's about as good as it's going to get, folks. We'll bake it for 37 to 42 minutes. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to check it here, see if I think it looks done at 37 minutes. Yeah, I think it looks done. How I know that is beyond me. I did put a toothpick in. Yeah. It seems like it's baked there. So what we do next is we let it cool for 30 minutes and then we put it in the fridge for 2 hours before we serve it. Well, it is the following day. I've already had a big piece for breakfast. It was very good. These are not overly sweet and most of the flavor is going to be the pumpkin. So this will just have a hint of cream cheese flavor. One thing too, if you want your swirls to turn out a little bit nicer, I would reserve some of the pumpkin mixture aside and then just dollop a few drops at the end and then swirl a little better because it doesn't have much of a swirl look to it. But about this size bar, very nice. I'll tell you what, that graham cracker crust is nice and thick. This size bar has about 330 calories in, which isn't bad. Also, when you're taking it out of the pan, I found it easy to use one of these. What are they? Pastry cutter, dough cutter, whatever you want to call it. That made it go right down in through the graham cracker. Then between times I'd wipe off the excess pumpkin that would stick. It was kind of a chore getting it out of the pan. The first one, you're going to tear it up. And also watch out for the parchment paper underneath. You don't want to be eating parchment paper. But all in all, it turned out really good. I have to-go boxes. I would say if you want a lighter pumpkin cheesecake bar, something that has more emphasis on the pumpkin, this is the way to go. But if you stay tuned, we're going to make some bars that have more emphasis on the cheesecake, and also it has a nice crumbly top. So I'm looking forward to that. But this one here, I would give it about an 8 out of 10. It's good. If you like pumpkin pie, you'll like this. So I can recommend this to you. Let me see, did I tell you too? What you're going to want to do is when it says to cool this, they said 30 minutes. There's no way this pan is cooled in 30 minutes. It took mine about 2 hours. So let it cool completely before you cover it up and put it in the fridge. And it stays good in the fridge for up to a week in an airtight container. This is good. I'm going to take some to work. I'm going to try to stay out of it, but I'm not going to guarantee anything. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you have a fabulous week, and stay tuned for the next episode of pumpkin cheesecake bars, but we should call them cheesecake pumpkin bars. Have a great day, everyone.